There are many accounting concepts to understand. This screencast will explore the fundamentals of account receivables in modern-day accounting. So what are account receivables? Well, account receivables are the sales or services you have done to the customer and the money you need to get for the sale or service made, but haven't been received yet. Many businesses provide services or make sales of the goods by giving a credit.
Why use account receivables? Many of the customers are in need of goods or services who have not got the cash to pay at the time of the transaction. So in order not to lose the customer, businesses provide services or make sale of the good on credit basis. When calculating bad debt for a business, a company can use these two methods, the direct write-off method and the allowance method. The allowance method of accounting for bad debt involves estimating uncollectible accounts at the end of each period. This provides better matching of expenses with revenues on the income statement. Cash realizable value is the net amount a company expects to receive in the cash from receivables. The use of a direct write-off method is when a company determines receivables to be uncollectible. It charges the loss to bad debt expense. With a direct write-off, a specific amount receivable is deducted from sales revenue in the period it is deemed uncollectible. Why do companies use account receivable? Companies use account receivable to extend credit line to their customers so that they can pay the amount at a later date, maybe after a week or a month as the company policies are set out. There are three types of account receivable ratios. Number 1, receivable turnover ratio. Number 2, allowance ratio. And number 3, days in receivable ratio. Receivable turnover ratio is an efficiency ratio that measures how efficiently an organization is obtaining revenue. It measures the amount of time in a given period that a company collects its average accounts receivable. The allowance ratio is a percentage of credit sales in a given period of time. To calculate it, you multiply the overall average percentage for each period by the sales or accounts receivable balance. Finally, there is the days in sales outstanding ratio. It is a measure of the mean number of days it takes an organization to collect payment for a sale. To calculate this ratio, you need to divide the total sum of accounts receivable during a given period of time by the overall value of the credit sales during the identical period, and multiply the outcome by the number of days in the period being measured.